Good morning to you too.
How long was I out? Where did Belit and all the run off to?
The more important question is, Maxie, where can I get a decent cup of coffee? And in answer to that, I have a full fresh brewed pot all set and ready.
You know me too well, and that is better than what we had out on the road.
And in answer to your next question, you slept all night and well into the morning. You definitely needed it.
I believe you said yesterday, moderate dehydration, minor respiratory illness, general fatigue, signs of post-traumatic stress disorder.
And you fought me on each diagnosis, and I believe threatened to rip my balls from my stomach.
And yet you remain intact, for now. You'd think a respiratory illness I'd be doubled over coughing, unable to breathe.
If what Belit and Althea told me, you were, at least sometimes, and I said minor. Thankfully, it didn't develop further.
And yet you found nothing wrong with either of them?
I didn't say nothing. Belit had some muscle strain, especially in her back. A bit of dehydration as well. Althea just showed some general fatigue and weariness. But, frankly, you have taken on too much responsibility too soon after. Well, Edward.
Somebody had to step up to the plate. We might have dealt with the plague and the queen, but there's still...
And people have food, water, basic defense. It's all been taken care of.
Can't just settle. The manor offers us a new opportunity with new technologies.
It could have waited another week. 2 perhaps. It lasted this long. You could have realized you needed some, well, time. You said we had to take care of everybody.
And we do have to take care of everybody.
Everybody includes you. More so. You have taken on too much, too quickly. Even the Grade A bomb needs her rest, lest she explode.
Whatever. What was in the cocktail you gave me yesterday anyway? I was barely able to wake up once, twice, to take a midnight piss.
Powerful antibiotic with a respiratory dilator to help you breathe, and a modest sedative. Your body needs rest to fight off an infection. Liberal amounts of whiskey only mask the problem.
I don't know what you fed them before I woke up, but you got anything to go with this coffee?
I have flatbreads I made from resor grain and merlur cakes. Some smoked slices of meat. A couple of vegetables I grow.
Dope, I'd be willing to eat almost anything, yet somehow you have taken a side job in a fancy restaurant.
I've been keeping it all warm, waiting for you. Right on that makeshift stove I constructed while you were out at Lewisburg.
Coffee, breakfast. Someday you are going to make somebody a really good wife.
One of my degrees is in nutritional science. If you recall, it's about knowing what the body needs, physically and psychologically. Nutrition and flavor.
What is that noise I hear?
It sounds like the team has arrived. I've tried and tuned it in. That's better. Team reporting in.
Okay, we are almost there. It must be the bigger bungalow on the end. 2 floors.
Keep an eye out for ghouls, especially those bloated ones that are positively glowing with radiation.
I thought you said we should be quiet.
You're right. Getting ahead of myself. But I keep thinking about yesterday.
You mean how we made Annabelle sit this one out?
She needed to be told that. Best when Maxie was there too to confirm our suspicions. But the way we went about it doesn't sit right with me.
I know what you mean, but it was for the best. With any luck, she'll still be asleep. In fact, let me check in with him.
I hope you got that message sent. I think we are due for some ghouls.
Watch out! On the stairs!
Thanks. I'm sure he won't be alone, so let's find that display case. I found it. It appears locked. Let me try the terminal next to it. Damn it. It's locked. Let's look around to see if we can find an ID card.
Needle in a haystack. Maybe an assistant skeleton is still lying around, waiting to serve coffee for eternity.
We got another one. Come here, you son of a...
You okay there, Belit?
I'm fine. This crashed Protectron was in the way. Didn't even make it to its feet before I bashed it to pieces.
And look what I found. Apparently somebody fit an ID card to it. The robot, I mean. Wonder if this will work on the terminal?
It worked. I'm in. Let me see now.
The supposed saber Ulysses is Grant, Civil War General and 18th President of the United States.
Who apparently smoked and drank like half of the producers I knew. Be my guest, Ace.
A bit rusty, but no worse than most of the swords I've found lying around. So we bring this back and attach some kind of swing analyzer to it, kill some stuff, and boom, we have the famous Blade of Basset?
Apparently so. Which has got me thinking. We've made pretty good time. We could pick the 2 items we needed for the Phantom device while we're out.
Which were? I glossed over the holotapes personally. I listened to them somewhat while Mexi was giving me an examination.
Max believes all we need is a halogen gas canister. And a stealth boy. I'm not sure about the first, but there's a stash nearby that I hid a stealth boy in. Pun not intended.
I read up on halogen gas when I was over at the power plant. Used it to drive away protesters. Might still be some left. Opposite direction from the manor, but we'd be there.
In the time frame we gave Annabelle, we expected to take over a day finding the sword. Could get over to Poseidon by tonight if we hurried. The stash is over near the 7th hole. Should at least be one stealth boy.
Wait, isn't that where Sebastian has a camp? Jerry told me about all the junk he hauled over there.
Okay. If you want to get technical. It's Sab's camp, but he said I could help myself to whatever I needed. Long as I repaid him in due time.
Have you been reduced to turning tricks already?
Nothing of the sort. And frankly, a night with me is worth far more than a single stealth boy. Although, he does have a smile a mile wide.
No, you didn't, did you?
Don't pretend like you didn't sample him. I remember the looks you kept giving each other. Must have been 4 years before Reclamation Day.
Okay, I fess. And it was more than once. We had a few dates, off and on. Nothing much to say about it.
He's a simple man, nothing fancy. Part of his appeal. Although I don't think any of us had it as bad for him as Max. And Sam, well, he only plays for one team.
Let me ask, if it's okay to ask you, ever thought of just picking one and settling down?
Too much baggage, to be honest.
Your baggage or theirs?
Both. I don't know if I could ever set mine down. And who wants to take that on?
As you say, we all come from the same woefully pitiful support group of alt survivors. We all have a lot of baggage. Perhaps misery loves company?
It's not like this chicken could lay eggs. I'm an old hen.
You don't think Maxwell won't come up with a way for us to all procreate with fluids exchanged by robot, or something equally as outlandish?
That is a scary thought. An army of Maxwell's children. My looks, his brains, our massive egos. And we thought super mutants were dangerous.
Hold up, I think I can spot his camp, if you can call it that. I'm noticing a few turrets though. Are you sure it's safe?
He keyed in a couple of friendlies, including myself. Annabelle, you. I think we should be fine. It's just to keep away the stray ghouls. Here we go. Not sure when Sebastian was here last, but I can still smell char. So somebody was here the last day or so.
Do you know in which of these containers that elusive stealth boy is?
Not this one. He has some organization. That one was old vault suits. Any luck over there?
More weapons, a few pistols, and apparently the recent visitor was Edgar. Bloody fingerprints. Some indication he took his supply of crossbow bolts.
I found it. One stealth boy. A bit bruised for the wear, but looks intact.
Good. Wait, what the hell is that?